Yeah, my one big thing for the Seahawks is kind of the obvious one, and it's which Geno Smith are we going to get this season? 2 years ago, he was legitimately good. That wasn't a fluke, what he did 2 seasons ago. He earned that contract from the Seahawks. He was a very, very good, accurate, productive quarterback. And then last year, it just wasn't the same.
The Seattle Seahawks are not going to be what anyone expects this year, and they very well could exceed national expectations. And I'm going to tell you why. They have been an interesting team to say the least over the last 5 years or so, but ever since that unbelievable disappointment in the Super Bowl against the Patriots years back, fans have been itching to get another shot at it. In this video, I'm going to be talking everything about the Seahawks, talking about recent news, and just what the overall outlook for the 2024 season is. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 30K subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. After 2 years of the same record and similar play on both sides of the ball, Seattle is hoping a head coaching switch up will change everything. In fact, it is the only major change the Seahawks made. After 14 seasons, Pete Carroll backed away into a front office position, leaving the door open for 36-year-old Mike Macdonald to become the new captain of the ship. Seattle changed little of the roster, hoping the former Ravens defensive coordinator can shake things up. Macdonald started as the Ravens defensive intern in 2014 and worked his way up to the mastermind of a top 10 defense. Seattle has potential, and the organization is clearly hoping it can be unlocked with a fresh face running things. Geno Smith had his moment in the 2022-23 campaign. He was finally the starter, recording career highs with 30 passing touchdowns and over 4,200 yards through the air. He had a viral Monday night team into the playoffs. He was even given a 3-year extension as a reward, and a signed Seattle believed in him. And Smith did his best to repeat his career year, but 2023 was a bit different. Despite another Pro Bowl nod, Smith had a tad less in every category: 2 less games played due to injury, 1,000 less passing yards, 10 less touchdowns, and no playoffs. Geno has 2 more years on his contract, but after a mediocre 2023 season and a new head coach, there was a feeling in the air that this season is make or break for the 33-year-old. The Seattle Seahawks have a stacked offense, meaning Geno Smith has the keys to a Ferrari. If he drives the speed limit, there's no guarantees he'll be in the driver's seat much longer. The Seahawks even brought in a more quality number 2 QB and Sam Howell, who turned some heads in Washington last year. I mentioned this position group is stacked, right? Everybody is back. Seattle returns all of the same friendly faces in DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and Jaxon Smith Njigba at wide receiver, Kenneth Walker at running back, and Noah Fant at tight end. This offense is the perfect mix of reliable proven talent and talented youth. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett have headlined the Seattle receiving corps since 2019. DK has had over 900 receiving yards every year of his career and has made 2 Pro Bowls, while Lockett has had over 1,000 receiving yards in 4 of the last 5 seasons. As extra motivation, Metcalf, like Geno Smith, has just this year and next on his contract with big dollars in his eyes. The 3 other names mentioned will also have important roles this season. Jaxon Smith Njigba enters his 2nd NFL season with Buckeye luck. Former Buckeyes such as Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, and Garrett Wilson all saw improved 2nd seasons. No reason Smith Njigba can't continue the tradition. Seattle is looking to Njigba to live up to the hype of a first-round Ohio State receiver. Kenneth Walker and Noah Fant hold the important title of be ready when called upon. Walker is a running back in a pass-heavy offense. If he can repeat with 900+ rushing yards and 250+ receiving yards, he'll have played his role perfectly. Noah Fant took a step back last year, but if he can corral a couple of touchdowns and capitalize on opportunities, he'll be a valued part of the offense. As far as the big men up front go, Seattle made some changes hoping to take their O-line from okay to good. According to ESPN analytics, the Seahawks finished 25th in pass block win rate and 17th in run block win rate. Multiple starters dealt with injuries throughout the year, particularly right tackle Abraham Lucas. In response, Seattle's line may look a little different, with veteran Laken Tomlinson in line to start at left guard after coming over from the New York Jets, while Nick Harris seems primed to take over at center after coming from the Cleveland Browns. 3rd round pick Christian Haynes should also have some role to play, even if he isn't an immediate starter. The O-line saw more change than any other position group on the team. There is potential for improvement, but the jury is still out. Alright, so now it's time to talk about the defense, aka Mike Macdonald's baby. The Seahawks defense has been a bottom 10 unit for years now. None of that is for lack of trying. The front office has invested in the defense heavily the past years. Most recently, they used their 1st round pick on Byron Murphy, the defensive tackle out of Texas. They traded for and re-signed pro defensive tackle Leonard Williams, and they returned a secondary with 3 Pro Bowlers and safety Julian, corner Riq Wollen, and corner Devon Witherspoon. If Mike Macdonald works his magic, the Seattle defense will improve. The question is, how much? Will a bad defense become okay, good, or great? Macdonald has a reputation for leaving opposing offenses baffled. He is a schematics genius, and that shows in defenses he leads. Back in February, Macdonald talked about how he'll bring his defense to the West Coast, saying, philosophically, we're all in this thing together. And the players need to know that we're trying to put them in situations that would give them the best advantage. So we're constantly trying to give them little margins of advantages. Macdonald already envisions big things for this Seattle defense, which is exactly what a talented but unproven group needs. One thing the Seahawks can't change that will stand in their way is a difficult schedule. Their division opponents in the NFC West include the Super Bowl runner-up, a playoff Rams team, and a revamped Arizona Cardinals. Seattle finished 2-4 in the division last year, with its 2 wins coming against the bottom feeder Cardinals. Who finished 4-13 overall. CBS Sports has Seattle doing the exact same thing as last year, finishing 3rd in the division, with Arizona being their only division wins. Last year, Seattle faltered towards the end of the season, revealing their true selves. This year, a midseason stretch should tell you everything you need to know. The sequence includes meetings with the 49ers, who have dominated the Seahawks lately, opening with a short week home game, and closing with a trip to Santa Clara following the bye. In between, there's a cross-country trip to face the improved Falcons, then visiting Josh Allen's Bills and Sean McVay's Rams. If you play the schedule game, Seattle is in trouble, but that's why they play the game. The Seahawks front office have delayed a rebuild for about 3 years now. Everyone knows Seattle can be okay. The question that surrounds the team is, can they level up to being good or even great? The car has been in neutral for 2 years now. Can the right things happen to put it in drop video? Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.